Good evening. Ira Epstein with your financial market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening of Wednesday, the 21st of August, 2024, at about 5:50 p.m. Central Time. You know, I'm sitting here laughing. My wife, she takes on all these roles. She's in jewelry, works at a top jeweler in the United States. Next, she's an animal person. I got 8 kittens. They live better than me underneath the house. They've just opened their eyes. When I tell you the real kittens, she's part of Paws and working with them. We'll have them all homes. And now she's decided to go to Union Park in Chicago and shoot people, not shoot them with guns, with a camera, what the protesters look like. And she keeps sending me photos, and I'm laughing because some of the garb is unbelievable. There were 60 arrests. You know, there were 14 or 15 yesterday. There were 60 last night as the protesters decided to march on the Israeli embassy. The police told them what not to do. They decided to challenge them, and they even attacked some of the police, and 60 got arrested. These are not 600. These are not 1,000 arrests. This is very manageable. This is not as bad as everybody told you. And don't believe everything you read. There's no damage being done in neighborhoods and so on. The usual crime is going on, unfortunately, but this isn't the problem that it could have been. And that's really a good thing, and I applaud all the protesters. They have the right to their opinion. Just do it in a nice way. All right. So we've got a lot of reports coming out. So we talk about this. Federal Reserve, the jobless claims coming out tomorrow. You've got the PMI and all this, and you've had a heck of a rally going on. Okay. So the market's absorbed 812,000 more jobs that we don't have. You subtract that, and you didn't break on that news today. It just tells me the market wants to be bullish. I mean, when you get a piece of news that says the economy's weaker and you keep rallying in these markets, just says they want to go up. When you look at the S&P, and I think you'd agree, it's been a vertical move up for a while. This is a weekly chart. It's not over on the week yet. But if we subtract what it's done this week so far, this is where you were last week. This is the week before. So on August 9th, we had gotten down and we came down into the market and we were challenging, and this is a close-only chart, remember that. We had challenged with this close the 18-week average of closes. We turned around, and this is what the market is doing. And I like sometimes to do just closing charts because what they do is they give you an idea of the noise out of the market, because at the end of the day, it's where the market, in theory, belongs. During the day, it can do anything. This is bothersome to me because markets that rally like this inevitably have to either consolidate or correct. They just don't keep growing to the sky. Could it happen? Anything on a chart could happen, but the probabilities are against it. Now, if you come in there, where would you put a stop if you buy today? Are you going to put it under the recent low? Look at how much you're risking. So probably more option strategies are happening than the futures market is going on. You can see where the swing line low is, and that last low was what was that? 51.81 and a quarter, and you're here 500 points, roughly 450 points over that. Nah, that's too much to risk in the trade. You can see how the 18-day average didn't even get down and kiss the 100. It made a run towards it, and it's turned back up. Pullbacks. One of the things I tell you is the big support comes in at the 18-day average of closes. And the resistance, what's happening here is like a flirt, okay? You go out on a date, male or female, I don't care, and you get close to the kiss, but you don't get there, and it turns away on you, and you got to keep chasing it. That is not the best program that I've seen in the market. Now, are we going to embed? That's what I care about. Embedding occurs when the slow stochastics see both numbers get over 80 at least 3 times in a row on a closing basis. We don't know where Thursday's going to finish, but we know where Wednesday finished. Both numbers were over 80. Both were over 80 the day before on Tuesday, but both were not there on Monday. Tomorrow's the key to the market. Because it's up so much, in the 90s, it can afford a break and still be embedded. We'll see if that develops, but that's what I'm waiting to see. The NASDAQ is the same story. Again, it's flirting with the Bollinger Band, and it keeps moving higher. So if it gets to it, well, it'll come to it for some reason. It doesn't have to hit it. In the Dow, you're just plain overbought. In the Russell, you're just plain overbought. Again, the leadership has switched on you again to the S&P and the NASDAQ, and the followers are the Dow, and the far back followers, the Russell again. As we look at the notes and the bonds, you can see that you're losing what? Yield. Do I think you'll get up here before you get a correction? I have my doubts about that. Same thing here, but I can make arguments that the 18-day average on pullbacks will be a very telltale sign of what we have if it breaks back there. In the dollar index, this is a plunge. I mean, just understand, in July, you were near 105.5. You're now pushing 100.5 for all purposes. All right, you've come down nearly 5% in the market. It's a heck of a break. It's the biggest plunge we've had in a long time. It's overdone, but you've changed the fundamentals. Again, the U.S. is the last one to the party. We're going to start cutting rates. Everybody else has been cutting them. And that means that they're ahead of us for where they want to get. We're yet to get there, so the dollar loses on this. Euro gains on it. It's really pretty simple. In the British pound, look how you're running to the upside here. So the time to have gone to Europe to have your ball was this summer. And if you did it, you're probably not going to get those prices in this cycle, which means a couple of years for a while. That's what I really believe. In Bitcoin, it's finally been able to work its way back over the 18-day average. The trend is up, but it's sort of feeble. And I say it's feeble because you're already overbought. That doesn't mean you can't go higher. The resistance is 65,386 to 66,630, but I wouldn't be surprised that you want to consolidate a little bit more near that 61, 62,000 level. In the energy markets, I don't believe Israel and Hamas can reach a deal. I feel bad for Anthony Blinken, our Secretary of State, and I know how hard he's trying. I learned a long time ago with Middle East mentalities, it's a whole different game than the Western people are used to. And there's a history there. And the history doesn't go away. We're not talking 100 years. We're talking thousands of years. Everybody wants this little piece of land. If everybody got along, you do realize Israel could probably help the people of Gaza do what the Israelis did in the other desert land and enrich it, make it a good piece of land. There's the technology. But everybody wants a land grab. I use the word everybody wants a land grab. You think the Israelis aren't grabbing land right now that they shouldn't be? No, they are. So this whole thing's a little bit crazy as I see it, and I don't know that there's a solution for it. What I do know is every day that goes by, the situation's worse because innocent people, not everybody's a terrorist, innocent people, innocent Israelis, people, Palestinians, getting killed. Need I say it any different? And you see the energy market's not paying attention to it anymore. The energy market is just saying whatever Iran's going to do, we'll wake up one day, but we can't put in that premium in the market. And instead it's saying world economies are slowing down. Today that was a bearish piece of news. It's 800,000 jobs that we thought were there. Jobs mean money, buying things, and that's not occurring. Came down in the markets here. Came down in WTI because this is a bearish piece of news, and gasoline. Nobody's given a hurrah. And by the way, where's our energy secretary? Why aren't you here telling us you're going to buy another 6 million barrels? I want to see that now. Prices are coming down. Don't wait for them to go back up. You've got the money, put it into the strategic reserve. And if you're making less of all that, how high can this market go in natural gas? Got to be careful. I know that the producers of natural gas are pulling back. They're capping some wells. They don't want to produce more. This price down here scared them. Now they're hoping that they can get some stability in the prices, and that's where I think you're at. We, That is the Linn Group, me. We all write about all this information every day. And you'll find some of our information just phenomenal because we cover everything in the futures. We're talking, this is the grain time of the year. We have our own climatologist on staff, have for decades that I'm aware of, our own charting software through here. But we write on the energies in detail, option strategies, what's going on in the spreads, who's buying what. In grains, this is an important time of year for that, and the meats, because the feed is coming to market, the harvests are beginning. Soft markets, you got the same in cocoa, sugar, and coffee. You got to pay attention to what's going on. Then our chart work. I think our chart work beats everybody's that's out there. So why not take a look at what our team puts together? You can do it for free by going to iraepstein.com. Go to free offers on the top left and sign up for what you'd like. Move your cursor here. Be sure to sign up for our price counts of the day. You're going to love what you see, I think, when you see those. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great day. I will catch up with you in the morning. Let's see what those PMI numbers look like. Take care.